Okay. Okay, so we're recording now. We're talking about making some changes on how we use our social media Facebook pages for GIA. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about a new focus that's going to help us to connect with people and to provide value to them in terms of what they want. And so we've just been talking about how there's so many different topics on the page now, on the 360 page is what we're focusing on. And if you were to scroll down that page, you would see that there's, oh my gosh, there's 30 stories about the pendant. There's stories about iThrive. There's stories about so many different things that it's hard for it to be like cohesive. It's just a bunch of stories that are all over the place. The only commonality is GIA, really. And so what we're doing today is we're talking about maybe doing some refocusing, focusing in on topics rather than products so much, and then bring these information about these topics to people that really want to know more about them. Not just information about our products, but things that we can grab off the internet or experiences that Dorje has that she might bring to the table to talk about how to increase energy, not just with iThrive, but there might be exercises we can do, all kinds of things that we could do that can help people grab a hold of something and say, hey, that really helped me. Not just the products. That's the idea. So the first, now these are in no order of importance. And I think the importance will probably depend on the person that's inviting someone. So the first one is anti-aging and vibrant energy. So this would be looking and feeling younger. We actually had energy separate because that's a huge topic for people, especially if you look at our marketplace, it's probably over 50 and could really use some energy. But we thought, you know, if you have more energy, you usually feel younger. And it's likely that if you feel younger, you're probably gonna start looking younger. So we combine them. So what do you think about that? So one is anti-aging, vibrant energy. Anybody have a thought on that? Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Okay. Would you go ahead, Dorothy? I know you can.
Yeah, can I just jump in here? So is this going to replace what we have now with so you can look up things by product, like the pendant topic? It's not going to replace it. It's just going to add.
This is going to be in addition to what we're doing now.
Okay.
And a lot of the things that we're posting now do relate to 4 of these topics, right? So if we all have these topics top of mind, we might post something that isn't necessarily anti-aging, but it's a product that leads someone to feel younger. So we make the correlation, right? Does that make sense? Like if someone's knee is in bad shape and they put a sleeve on and they can go out and exercise, they'll have more energy, probably feel younger. So you can see how we connect it to that. It can be connected, and we're not losing all the other topics. We're just going to focus on the main ones. That's it. So aging, anti-aging, vibrant energy. We didn't say anti-aging. We said looking and feeling younger, but it's anti-aging really when we talk about it. Okay. The next one, remember, this is not in any order. Immune system, bolstering the immune system. That's a huge topic out there right now that will be huge for the future. And so I think that's something that we can bring to the forefront even more than we've ever done. In fact, if you went and searched immune system, you probably wouldn't see that very often on our posts because we don't focus on it, even though it's happening. So now, if let's say this is a year from now and someone came in and put immune system, there would be lots of posts reflecting immune system. And we would be able to define more about how our products do that. So immune system. The next one is positive attitude or motivation. And so we thought this would be a good one because this has a lot to do with feeling younger, being more vibrant, you know, your attitude and how it affects health, basically. And there's so much out there about that we could grab a hold of. Y'all are familiar with the iFit Zone. I could have Greg make sure we're posting articles or creating articles about these topics so we could focus more on these topics so we can post those articles and you can share those articles about this. So what do you think about positive attitude and motivation?
Sounds good.
Sounds
Well,
good.
I think that's a perfect place too, where we can bring in Linda, some of Linda's work. I mean, that's what it's all about. So
Yeah,
incorporate more of that in the 360 page.
so I agree. And I think we've been talking about good health, happiness, prosperity. This would be like the happiness part, really helping people to be happier. And the idea, if you're happier, it's likely your immune system is probably stronger. I mean, it all relates. And I know we can do a lot with that. So all we're doing now is just shifting our focus to 4 main topics. That's all we're doing. 4 really big topics that are products. And the last one we call the home environment, or it's the EMF protection segment. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are, that have been with Gia for a long time who are really into that still. In fact, I think if Ming was on here, you would see that that's probably the main thing for her is this EMF, 5G protection and all that. So we decided to call it home environment. Is that what you said, Karen? Home environment? Am I missing a word? I think that's it, right?
Harmony in the home.
Yeah, I can't remember specific words.
Oh, I've just folded up my sheet from this morning.
Oh.
Basically, it's the Inspired Wellness Home.
Peaceful home environment is what we called it, but really it's the EMF stuff and the energy focusing on safeguarding and calming down stress. What are you thinking?
No.
Okay.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
You weren't?
What were you going to call that section?
We called it home environment, but it'll probably be something like that. Just came up with this morning, but it'll have to relate to EMF.
Yes.
So you don't want to leave that out there because there's so many people who are concerned about that. I like the idea about the home environment because I think it's less technical than EMF. I mean, I always know when we get into EMF with people, we go down a rabbit hole. But if we can help people to calm down the stress in their house without going down the rabbit hole, that would be a good thing, right? And if our stories are all about how someone plugged in a home harmonizer or they put our devices on their computer and on their phone, the result was calmness, less stress. You're not so much into the prove it to me. But if we're talking about how EMF is going to kill you and 5G is going to fry your brain, and we talk about solutions, that's getting into prove it to me, show me this research, show me the science. So I think by talking about the environment would be much better for us. And maybe there's even other things that we can bring in that would help to reduce the stress in the environment besides our products. Not other products so much, but things people can do. Maybe there's a feng shui article, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff people can do to help them to change the environment, how it's stressing them. Can you imagine? So I can just imagine, I mean, I didn't think about this, but let's say we do have this topic and somebody does post about feng shui, and maybe we have a feng shui expert and we do a video with them and she gives them 5 tips on how to better situate your house. And then the person goes ahead and does it. And then we get them back on our testimonial and we tell them to invite all their friends. I mean, you can see where I'm going with this. It just expands our horizon in terms of what we can provide for people that will encourage them to learn more about Gia and invite people to learn about it. And there's tons of information on all of these. So it's anti-aging or feeling younger, looking younger, vibrant energy, immune system, positive attitude and motivation, and then the home environment idea or safeguarding from EMF. Those would be the 4 main topics starting out. And as we go forward, when you're talking to people, actually, so when you're out talking to people and you have these 4 in your mind, you can say, hey, we've got this group together and here's what we're talking about. This, and this, and this. Does any of that interest you? Oh, great, join our group. And then they come to the group and right off the bat, they start seeing information about those 4 specific things that they've been invited to see. That's the difference, that's the change. And then I'm looking at Dorje in the middle and I'm just picturing you doing this. And then the person is there and you're part of providing the value to her. But when your person posts something or asks a question, I'll jump in there, or Sue will jump in there, or somebody else will jump in there, because the whole purpose is to provide value for everybody, right? So you might see someone ask a question and have 5 answers. if we're all paying attention and doing this like it could be done. And now that person feels important, they feel part of the connection, so on and so forth. All right. Any questions or thoughts about that? Susan, unmute.
I'm just I want to see how the layout gonna be.
The layout's going to look exactly as it is now,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
it'll just be the posts will be different. So you'll see different posts. You'll see a video. You might see a video one day. The next day you might see just a post with a link to it, or you might just see a post. And then the next day you might see a conversation starter. So we might ask a question to the group. Hey, what's the first thing you did when you woke up this morning? Something like that, that creates interaction with the group. So that's probably how it's going to go. Video, post, conversation starter, video, post, conversation starter, something like that. That's the way I see it. Susan.
Yeah, I was going to use that word interaction, because you started out with that word, create a way of emphasizing the value through interaction.
Yeah, interaction and engagement, right? Everybody engaging. Because right now, I mean, you can go and look and see how many people actually comment or re-comment or try to help each other. It's, you know, it's just not there. This is going to create that for all of us. My hope is that you all see the value because you've added people, right? You want this to happen. I'm telling you, if we do this, this group could grow from, I think Susan's got 761 people right now, somewhere in there, right, Sue?
742.
742. So Sue can
Almost at 750.
If we can provide enough value like this, people will go out and invite people to be a part of it. And that's the whole idea. Instead of us having to go do it, we have the group helping us. Even though they're not consultants, we want them to go invite people. And we'll probably do some contests and things like that to make that happen. So
John?
Yeah.
Before we move on from this, because while we're still talking 360, just to make it clear, because Manny's fairly new and everything else. So Manny, you and I are part of Thriving 360, our group. The rest on here are part of John's group, Abundant Health 360. The group is staying the same in the sense that we're still going to be sharing stories and all that fun stuff. We're tweaking it to bring in more interaction, to bring in more activity, to make it more fun. Think of when you join a group yourself. Like myself, I've joined like puzzle enthusiasts, right? Because I love doing puzzles. Now, what they want to do by sharing in their group all that John has just explained is they're going to make it more interesting for me that I'm going to reach out to my puzzle friends and say, God, you want to join this group? It's so awesome. I'm getting value. You guys want to join me too. But I haven't joined the company Puzzle Enthusiastics yet. I've just joined the group to be educated and to have fun and to find value in puzzling. As an example, maybe it's tattoo, whatever the group is, it's not Gia, for example, I'm using as an example. So that's the purpose of this, is so that the people we invite will be encouraged to invite others and others before they even join the company. So this is not a salesy page. We want to come away from it feeling like oh, I want to sell you a CellGuard or sell you a water system or buy some iThrive. It's a value. You need these things in your life because, and what do the people in our group really, really want is where John's going with his 4 people or 4 things, the anti-aging and vibrant health, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So it's not just for consultants, but for those that we've added as our friends, that are potential customers or consultants, our prospects, basically. How was that summary, John?
That's good. So Sue, have you ever gone to a group and then send a suggestion to someone else to go to it? Like maybe an Eric Story group, or maybe I don't know, whatever you're into. So if Sue went,
I've done it with puzzling.
Yeah, so if Sue went into another group that was awesome, she would invite all of us if it related to what we're connected on, right? So if she went into a group that was network marketing and it was freaking awesome, getting all kinds of value, she'd make sure we all got invited. It's like that, just like that. And if
it was a pickleball group, I'd make sure John got an invite.
Here's another example. If the group that she's joined is about network marketing, pickleball, and 5 other things, probably not going to work. Probably not going to grow because it's so all over the place. Focused, 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 focused. Okay, good one, Sue. Okay, so the next one is a lifestyle page. So the same thing with lifestyle. I couldn't hear you. You were muted.
Who,
Would you-
me?
Yeah, you said something.
I was talking to myself, actually.
Oh.
So it's all good.
All right. The lifestyle group. Okay, so the target for lifestyle is potential customers and potential consultants. All right. Now, I'm saying this in the order of importance, in my opinion. So the first group would be potential customers and potential consultants. So if you wanted someone to join 360 and you also wanted them to know a little bit about our culture, our lifestyle, or GIA, you would add them to both of these pages, right? And to me, the possible customer and the possible consultant would be the most important person we want to talk to, that we want to focus on. The second would be, of course, real customers who are already customers and consultants. Does that make sense? So I'm saying this to you because it's important to understand this, because the messaging would be different to a consultant and a customer compared to a potential customer and a potential consultant. So as we build the messaging, we just want to make sure, okay, this is our market, this is who we are trying to reach out to. And so,
And let's just remind everybody, we're talking about the GIA Lifestyle, Breakthrough Lifestyle page now. Everybody got that?
right, and we may change the name
Yeah.
in the future. I'm not sure, to go along with what we're
But this
doing.
is the lifestyle keyword.
Yeah, lifestyle group. So those are the two people we want to communicate with, but higher level on the people that are possible customers, possible consultants. So the main focus of our message, I have 4 things for this also. So Karen called it doing GIA, having fun in doing GIA. So sharing, Karen, you explain it, what you were thinking.
I think I said just doing life to just, yeah, because fun is really important to me. So just going out there and showing what we do. I mean, not sitting at a desk doing GIA, but like if you're out, you know, camping or sitting playing a puzzle, or Manny, I mean, to me, like that's a perfect example. You showed us your tattoo and you love tattoos, and I like thinking, oh, because I think Dorje or one of us, in addition to me, said, what does it mean? And then when you said what it meant, I thought, how cool is that? So to me, that's like a perfect lifestyle story, is that Manny got this tattoo and this is what it means, because probably a lot of people would be like us and go, but what does that tattoo mean? And I think that's really cool. I mean, there's real meaning in that. So to me, that's like a perfect example.
So that is a great example. And imagine Manny sitting in the chair getting the tattoo, and they take a time out and he does a little video. Hey, GIA friends, getting a tattoo, so excited, love GIA, and here's what it means. That would have been a great lifestyle video, right? Now I was just thinking, if I got, probably not as good. The dolphin, not that good. So
Did you
GIA
end up getting that one?
what?
Did you end up getting the dolphin?
I can't tell you. No, I did not.
Thank goodness.
I started thinking what a wrinkled up dolphin would look like later on. It didn't compute well.
Oh, you're killing me, John.
Yeah, there is that thought.
Yeah, always. Now Manny's thing, it'll look good no matter how old he gets. You know, it's got a good meaning to it too. I would be talking about a motorcycle club with a dolphin. I don't think so. Okay, so doing life, having fun. It's like GIA in the wild, right? I mean, I could do a video playing pickleball because I get to go do it every single morning, and I do it for hours and hours because I work from home and I love my job and I love GIA. So you all know what we're talking about. So that would be one. Okay, so Sue, I want you to explain freedom as a possibility.
I know I did this morning. The fact that we have freedom, that is all what my life is right now, because GIA is my full-time income. I have complete freedom. I get up when I want, I go to bed when I want, I go do what I want, when I want, how I want, as I want. Because incorporating the first point, Karen's mentioning, the fun, while I'm out having that freedom to do life and have fun, and I'm sharing GIA on the road. And I meant just on my life road, not just when I'm in my van on the road. But that's what this is about. The lifestyle is the freedom that we have, the possibilities. You know, the freedom to go lay on a bench and get a tattoo, the freedom to take the grandkids down to the river and go swimming with them, Karen, the freedom to take Roxy for a walk, to go play pickleball when we fancy it. My work fits into my fun schedule. That's freedom.
Yeah, good one. And I love the contrast between someone who's working 9 to 5 and commuting and all that compared to our freedom. So, I mean, I could see a post, she's out and about while all these people are driving to work. She's driving to work. Oh my gosh, I just realized how great I have it. All these people are commuting and I get to be wherever you are. Those kind of contrasts about freedom and what it means. Me working from home for 20 some odd years, doing my own thing. And
I can volunteer. The work I do with the seniors, when I'm driving my wheelchair van, I would not be able to do any of that if I had a 9 to 5 or an 11 to 3 or a scheduled working for somebody else's dreams. But by working my own dreams as an entrepreneur, Manny and I just worked on his story. So that's why these words are in my head, bless me. And so I have the freedom to be any sort of schedule that the wheelchair people need, that, you know, from facilities. I can be there at 6 in the morning, 6 at night, anytime, because I can work my work schedule with the freedom I have. I keep coming back to freedom.
right on.
I'll stop talking.
So you can imagine a post like that doesn't have to be long. If you did a video, it would only be like a minute, maybe a minute and a half, if that, you know, just, hey, da 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 da. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be so that the people we're adding, remember the most important people are the potential customers and potential teammates, so that they're seeing the lifestyle, not in long drawn out trainings, not in long webinars, just short blips, seeing the people doing it. The other thing that's important for all of us is that if Sue did this, her team would be seeing it, not just all the rest of the people. So it's a big benefit for her team to see her living the lifestyle. And it's something that we've not done a lot of, but I think we can do more. Okay.
Before I forget, John, I just
Wait.
had a major good thing. Before I forget, Susan, keep me off my back to you because I'm going to lose this thought. You know, when you get a postcard, wish you were here, wish I was there. That's exactly what we're trying to do, is like a post that says for the person to feel like, I wish I was there. We're almost doing like a short postcard. I can't talk today. A short postcard post or video that's attracting someone to want to say, I wish I was there. Just like a postcard. Susan, Kibbe, over to you.
Yeah,
Well,
I would see Susan having more of a, this could be you.
Yeah, and that kind of fits in with the comment I was going to make, which was, I love that you said that you fit Gia into your fun schedule. You don't fit fun into the Gia schedule. And God, who wouldn't want to be there?
Exactly.
You know, who wouldn't want to be me?
All right. So I guess you all agree with freedom so far, with living the fun life. The next one is community. So really promoting the community of who we are. And there's different ways to do that. It's like when we have group meetings or we have Zooms together, things that we might do together would be able to bring the community in. Linda's really good at that, talking about the community all the time. And then we also thought that maybe as a community on our lifestyle page, we could choose something that we all want to promote or to help, some organization, or it could be Roots and Wings. We could somehow do something to benefit the Roots and Wings program so that we can get it out into the world. But some kind of charity that we agree that would be beneficial. That would be, I think that's bringing the community together to do good things. What do you think about that?
That is good.
Sometimes when you do think of things like this, it's hard to come to an agreement because we all have different ideas. But if we could do it, it would be pretty powerful. And maybe by doing something that's already, the company is already promoting, that might be good. Might be scholarships, who knows what it could be, but we are all proud of doing it. That's the key. The community comes together to make a difference. And maybe it could be something that happens somewhere that we could come together and donate somehow. I don't know, but you get me, the community not only loves each other and helps each other, but helps other people. So the community, and finally recognition. Now recognition is important with everything we do. And probably if I really had to list what's most important, probably recognition really is most important. So finding ways that we can shine a light on people. So for example, if we're focusing in on fun lifestyle, freedom of possibility, and community, and we have sponsored someone like Manny's, like he's out there doing it. But there are a lot of people we sponsor who aren't going to post, who aren't going to do this, then we take the responsibility and shining a light on them. So if they're doing something out there that has to do with freedom, we'll shine a light and post with them because it benefits everybody. So recognition, recognizing the small things, not just the wins, but the small wins are really important to keep people connected, and also reaching out to other people to help them to join us too. So those are the 4 that we came up with that we feel are the most beneficial for the people we're inviting to the lifestyle page. What do you think? We miss anything?
I like the way
What's that, Manny?
I like it.
All right. And as I said, this is the starting point. We might find out that there's something else that we're not thinking of in reality that people want, and we'll change. But right now we're just going to start with this. Okay, so the last one, and we got a few more minutes, so we'll get through it. So the last one is what I call the team page or the business page. So let me go through it first, and then I have a change for you and Karen, for Sue and Karen, an idea I had while I was in the shower actually. So the Breakthrough team page is designed for business prospects and current consultants, right? So it's designed for both of those. So you might add someone to all 3 of these. So if I were working with Manny in the beginning, I would have probably added him all 3 because he's a business guy. He's wanting to do this. And so the most important focus probably is for the new person we're adding to the group. And then the other focus would be on the people who are already consultants. So let me share with you what we think the 4 most important things are. Number 1, training. So training on how we do this, how we do network marketing, training on specific parts of what we do in terms of prospecting and putting people through the process. It might be an Eric Worre video. It could be a video we do ourselves, or it could be a tutorial, but training to help people to get from where they are to becoming successful. The next one is social proof. And this is so important for us to do way more of social proof. And social proof just means proving that this business works, proving that the company is viable, proving that the industry is viable and it's huge and can work for you, for the prospect who's coming to look at this. So doing more things about those ideas and finding information, Eric Worre stuff, experiences, testimonials. I mean, my testimonial probably needs to be out there all the time. I mean, I've been doing this 20 some odd years. That's social proof that there's possibility here. So we want everybody that comes here to see that. So that would be social proof. Finally, the last 2, recognition. Again, recognition is very important, especially here. We want to recognize effort and energy, not just the wins, not just the sponsoring or the sales. We want to recognize someone who did their first 3-way call. We want to recognize someone for getting up in the morning almost, right? Because recognition keeps them in touch, keeps them connected. And the cool thing about this idea about recognition that we don't do a lot of is when we do recognize someone, let's say Manny does something and we recognize them, Sue recognizes them on this page, which is a private group, she could also do the same thing on his own personal page without talking about Gia, just recognizing him for his effort and energy. And we could do a lot more of that. And I can tell you that when you do that, it helps Manny open up and have other people in his downline find out about he's doing something different and he's a superstar. So it's something else we'll be doing. Finally, the last one is motivation and inspiration. Again, we're fortunate to have Linda with us. So she has a lot of programs and things that she can help us with. Some things are already out there, like the breakthrough principles, but there's so much in motivation coming from Eric Worre, coming from all directions, including ourselves, motivation and inspiration. So those would be the 4 things that we would want to focus on. So, what do you think about that? Sandy, any thoughts? Am I wearing you out yet?
No, what was the extra bit that you thought of in the shower that wasn't on our?
Okay,
Call
so
this
here's
morning.
the thing I thought about is that, okay, so we have 3 groups. And I
Mhm.
said in the beginning of this that the most important people were prospects, right? So we have potential business people and we have potential, not potential, but we have business people already joined the company. So what I thought was that rather than putting people in this group that are potential teammates, we only put consultants in this group. So it's different than what I just brought to you. And here's why I think this might work for us. So I'm going to take Manny as the example. So Sue's working with Manny, and he's now in 360, and he's in the lifestyle, seeing the possibility, seeing social proof in a way that this is happening. There's a lot of people out there having fun, they're having freedom, they're being recognized in all the things we're doing. And then as she's talking to him about the business, she could say, and Manny, once you join us, we have a private group that's all about doing the business. And it has training and it has all the things we're talking about. I can't wait for you to join us so that I can add you to that page. So it becomes another addition to the value of what we're providing consultants, rather than just putting someone in there and hoping that they become a consultant. So that's what I thought, to make that group more valuable and that people would want to, and it would give Manny the confidence in knowing that now he's going to be with a group of people who are doing this. He's not going to be alone, but he has to be in to do it. I'm listening, Sue.
Mhm. Okay, well, the big thing in the third group, our GIA breakthrough team, for me was the social proof. So we need social proof to our prospects, our potential new teammates, whether they're customers or business builders, social proof that this is the industry to move forward with. This is the company to move forward with. And if we're not opening up, I like the idea where you're going with this, but assuming we do that, where do we have this social proof for our prospects? Over in lifestyle? Because I don't want to take my 360 group and start doing social proof there for business stuff.
No, it probably won't be there. It would probably be in some of the other stuff we do, like on GIA Freedom and the videos that we have, whatever we need to do to keep the value of the group. And I can tell you with the studying I've done, this is how they move people through a process to want to buy. Now, we're not selling a product, right? So, but if I was selling a product in the marketplace online, this is how I would do it. I would have people connected to me, and then when I sell the product, when they buy it, they get to go into this new group, and the group is going to help how to be successful. So what we might lose because of what you're saying, we may gain because it's going to be valuable. We can make it a big deal. It's going to be something, if we do it right, it'll be something that everybody wants to be a part of, but they can't be unless they join us.
And I get we still need to continue social proof, because once you've joined me, you need to still be having social proof coming at you that this is the right decision because of the industry you've joined and the company you've joined. But I also see that as a prospecting tool as well, rather than just a pat on the back, good job, you made the right decision tool.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a long
I
answer.
agree. So there's a good and good. There's good and good on both sides. The other thing about having a whole group in there of people who are consultants and looking at it is that the people who are looking at it can see the successful people. Although it's training, I guess just really the social proof would be good. But anyway, you just have to weigh the value. Think about working with a consultant who wants to do the business, and you say to them, by the way, once you make your decision, we're going to put you in this group, and you're going to have a whole team of people helping you out as you go through the process. And there's lots of trainings that I could just see that. I would want that personally. Me personally, I go, yep, I got to have that. Rather than going to evaluate it and deciding if this is for me or not.
And I'm leaning that way, John, in the sense with the lifestyle group could become, quote, the businessy type, where people that want to build the business, we were putting into 360 and the team group. And also the lifestyle they should go into as well. I think everyone should be in the lifestyle group to some degree.
Correct.
So we could be making sure that we add anyone who wants to do this as a business or is thinking about doing it as a business need to definitely 100% be on the lifestyle group, so they see what the lifestyle is for those consultants that are doing this as a business. So they see what our lifestyle is.
Right.
And I think there is where we could, well, motivation and inspiration is part of recognition. Yeah. That
So-
could become the place.
So what we can do, what do you think about this, Dorje? I can't hear you, you're muted.
I kind of like it being just for consultants.
Okay.
Yeah, and for all the reasons you were saying. And I think maybe there could be, like, some of the social proof could be on the lifestyle page, you know, because it's going to be the recognition, and could be the recognition of somebody, you know, got a just because bonus, something like that, which would also be social proof there.
I think you're right. And I think when I'm thinking about Manny, and I keep using Manny because you're here, that's for one reason, and you just really started, is that when Manny's thinking about purchasing and joining us, what he's really wanting to know are people being successful. Probably not too worried about the training and not too worried about all the things that we're talking about the business side until he's ready to go. But if he sees me and a lot of other people having the success, the lifestyle, the freedom, that's going to be helpful as Sue helps him through the process. And I think that if we do this, we can really build up, and not only build up, but make that business page pop, really provide value for people who join us. I mean, Manny spent $1,000. When he joins that group, we've got to provide the value for him and continue to do that as a group, all of us. And I think we can build the value up to a place where we all feel really good about telling someone, hey, jump in. We've got this over here waiting for you. In fact, here's what it looks like. We can give a little hint in our, you know, in what we do, what we're doing, and how it's going there. So I think we're kind of leaning that way. We don't have to make the decision. So think about that. And I think that would be good. So it sounds like we're on the same page. Now, Kedzie will look at her group and kind of I'm sure she'll watch this and make a decision on what she wants to do. I'm sure some of this will help her, and there might be a different decision she'll make. And also, even Sue, you might make a different decision for your group, but so will Ming. And that's okay. It's okay, because y'all are leading the group, right? You're the ones who are going to be in there making sure you're posting and doing the things necessary to build the value. Hopefully your team, I'm definitely going to help you out way more than I've done in the past. So if you see something that could work better, we could look at that and make changes. But I think this is a good starting point. And I'm hoping that you get excited right now thinking about what we could do for people. And it's really all about value. It's all about helping people take a look at what we're doing to have a better life. Even if they, look, imagine somebody joins 360 and they never join us, but they pay attention, and all the value that we're providing changes their life. Even if they don't become part of our team, that would be exciting on its own, wouldn't it? Karen, I know that resonates with you 1,000,000%.
It does. It does. And there's a lot of people I, share things with, and they don't become part of GIA. That doesn't mean I don't feel like I didn't provide value to them.
Exactly. Those are wins. And we could even talk about those kinds of things when they happen there. So I really would like to go this direction. And the next thing I'll probably want to look at is what the names of the group. I think the names are okay. I'm not sure about the breakthrough thing. We'll have to talk about what we might name. I'm open to changing the names of the breakthrough team and the breakthrough life if you guys want to. So be thinking about that. But look at this as almost a relaunch, or a beginning, that we can begin to be different, to provide value. We can reach back to those people who are already on there, on our team, and then invite our teams to get a better idea. Here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that we're maximizing the impact that we can make through social media, through this ATM idea. Maximize what we can do and show people that it's not that hard to do. Even Susan Kibbe can make comments. I've seen a lot of them. Anybody can do it. It's just, you just have to do it. But I want people to realize if they do it, the outcome is what they want.
John, you just made up a good, brought up a good point. You said ATM. So I think what everybody needs to recognize here is just because we're kind of revamping, tweaking the existing Facebook pages is what we're talking about today. We still add people to the groups. We still tag them in the appropriate story or inspiration or whatever we find that's on there. And we still follow up with the message. This is still relationship building. So ATM and all the other ways we share Gia doesn't throw them to the wayside. This is just a tweak on our Facebook to make our Facebooking, our social media experience better.
No, ATM
Right.
still, I just got off the phone this morning with a fairly new consultant, and they weren't invited to the 360 page. So I invited them, put them on the page, and we're on the phone, and they're looking at it while I'm talking to them. And I said, here's what you do. You invite your folks to come on, and when they come on, you tag them in this post, you tag them, and then you message them on Instant Messenger to find out what they like best. Oh my God, that's so easy. I could do that. So we have long video training on how to do it, but it's really simple when you think about it that way. So ATM is really going to work for us. All right, that's all I have for today. We have tomorrow night with Linda. I think it's going to be pretty good. If you haven't listened to the podcast, it would be good to listen to. I think you're going to like it a lot. Have you listened? Anybody listened to it besides me yet? Was it good?
You mean the one that was mentioned this morning
Yeah.
with Trent?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good.
it was really good.
He sounded so young. I was surprised he had decades of experience.
Yeah. I loved the way he talked. I loved Linda. The combination of the two on that I thought were really, really good. And I know that you're doing some good things. So tomorrow night podcast, be thinking about this. I actually wrote this up. It's in a document I can send to you if that'll be helpful. So maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. And just get ready.
I just printed it out, John. it would be helpful.
Okay. All righty, that's it for me. It is 12
So
o'clock.
tomorrow night, just before you go. So tomorrow night, it is a business training, but it is the type of call that we want, or webinar that we do want to invite our prospects on. So for example, Manny, people like Brandon and Mike and all the others we've been talking to about Gia, this would be one of the, we'd invite them to, so they learn a bit about the company and our training. So
Okay.
for everybody.
Have the rest of your holiday. Have fun. Oh yeah, and if you have fun today, take a video or take a picture and post it.
Cool.